Ego is the psychological sense of self through which a person experiences identity, importance, boundaries, achievement, and individuality. It is not simply arrogance, and having an ego is not inherently negative. A healthy sense of self allows a person to recognize their abilities, protect their boundaries, make decisions, accept responsibility, and maintain a stable identity. Problems arise when the ego becomes excessively dependent on being right, admired, respected, superior, or in control. When this happens, ordinary disagreement can feel like a personal attack, because the mind interprets criticism not as information about a behavior, but as a threat to identity. A person may become defensive when corrected, struggle to apologize, exaggerate achievements, reject advice, or feel uncomfortable when someone else receives recognition. Beneath these behaviors can exist a fragile relationship with self-worth. The stronger the need to constantly prove importance, the more threatening situations that challenge the desired self-image can become. This creates an interesting psychological contradiction. An apparently powerful ego can sometimes conceal considerable insecurity. Someone who genuinely feels secure does not need to win every argument, dominate every conversation, or constantly demonstrate superiority. The ego becomes problematic when protecting an image becomes more important than confronting reality. The deeper psychology of ego involves the stories people create about who they are and how they believe they should be treated. A person may become attached to being intelligent, successful, strong, independent, attractive, morally superior, or always correct. When life challenges that identity, psychological discomfort appears. Instead of adapting, the person may defend the old image through denial, blame, anger, comparison, or rationalization. This is why ego can prevent growth. Learning requires admitting that something is unknown, accepting mistakes, listening to criticism, and allowing previous beliefs to change. A rigid ego experiences these things as humiliation, while a healthy sense of self experiences them as opportunities for development. Ego can also damage relationships when the need to be right becomes stronger than the need to understand. Arguments become competitions, apologies become weaknesses, and compromise feels like surrender. Over time, the person may protect their pride while losing the connection they were trying to preserve. The goal is not to destroy the ego or eliminate personal pride. It is to develop enough inner security that identity does not depend on constant validation. You can be confident without being superior, ambitious without being threatened by another person's success, and proud without becoming incapable of admitting mistakes. Real strength allows the self-image to bend without breaking. It allows a person to say, "I was wrong," without feeling worthless, to accept criticism without feeling destroyed, and to celebrate another person's achievements without experiencing them as personal defeat. The healthiest ego is not the loudest one. It is the one that does not need to constantly announce its importance because it already feels secure in its own existence.